Bom, gente, então, esse vai ser o último vídeo da série do joguinho do ratinho. É, tipo, meio que eu fechei a primeira parte no hard, aí depois no penúltimo vídeo, foi acho que na gameplay 5, 15. Aí eu joguei no começo do normal, e aí vai vir essa última gameplay, que vai ser um pouquinho adiante do normal. Aí depois eu parei e comecei a jogar God of War. Aí parou a série do jogo do ratinho. Então meio que essa vai ser a última gameplay do jogo do ratinho. E aí depois, talvez depois que eu conseguir a Plus de volta, ou comprar esse jogo do ratinho na promoção, porque esse jogo é do meu irmão. Aí eu volto a fazer a gameplay no normal, pelo amor de Deus, não vou jogar no difícil não, cê é louco, credo. Mas é isso, rapaziada. Curtam o vídeo e até a próxima.
Reggie would need more than a sword on the road now, the ranger told him. He offered the king his best bow, a gift from his guild. The ranger's best bow was little more than rotten twig and frayed string, but Reggie was grateful that he hadn't been offered the other one. The elder had started placing quests on the village notice board. Getting the old rat to part with some coin was no bad idea, considering the funds needed to rebuild the Crimson Fort. The grub infestation had spread. The farm basement was overrun. The farmer should be able to squeeze bug juice in peace. With the path to Longtail Village free of frogs, the builders could start repairs on the Crimson Fort's bridge. With the paths left unguarded, grubs had crawled to the surface. The builders couldn't work while they're there. Builders could start their repairs in safety. The Crimson Fort would soon be able to welcome visitors again. His brother Chef was glad to be home, but the smith was still missing. The chef believed he might have also been captured. Maybe the elder knew where. The village had already started repairs. It would soon be as if the frogs had never
Dá uma
come.
pausa aí, dá uma olhada lá na pesquisa por aplicativo. Da PS Store mesmo, sabe? Depois dá uma olhada.
The guard captain, who had recovered, had spread word of the king's rescue of the elders. To show their gratitude, the villagers would help rebuild the rat fort. Not so lucky this time. The elder hadn't seen the frogs with the smith. But maybe the ever-vigilant rangers had seen where the frogs had gone. Young Robin had been headed to the Rangers Lodge. Maybe Reggie could ask there. Rotting corpses always bring pests. If the grubs get beyond the farm, they'd be everywhere soon. The farmer had fled his grub-infested basement in terror. He was sure they would destroy his bug-juicing machine before long. Reggie assured the farmer he would not let that happen. The grubs were gone. The farmer could now make the best freshly squeezed bug juice in all Ratdom. Reggie liked it with bits. The sewers. His royal ancestors had lifted rats from such places. No rat had dwelt here for years. The ranger needed help. He hoped his bow would last the fight.
Rafael!
Vou sair. Oi?
É que eles já estão prontos.
Nossa, que bom saber disso. Tão bom, né? Eu nem tô continuando aí limpar. Essa botinha.
The head ranger saw Smith taken to the town by the foul swamp soil clan. But the
É, porque
frogs
essa bota é boa quando você vai em festa,
only
né?
a heavy two-handed axe would shatter it.
Para andar. Não é confortável.
Não ia dar.
Tô levando remédio.
Muito bem. Tchau, Rafael!
Eles estão zoando, eles estão dando tchau pra você. Ninja da guerra aqui, garoto. Ninja da guerra aqui,
Nothing like the feel of an axe smashing through tough wood. Reggie wondered if it would do the same to frog shields. And frog skulls. The statue was made from the finest quality marble. It felt unusual in this dark, dingy place. The ranger was excited to help the king. An unforgettable tale to tell his children one day. The smith's hammer. He would never have dropped it willingly. Reggie was grateful for his help. He needed to get to his brother as fast as possible. Would he find him still alive in the tower?
Ó, Pedro. Fala, velho.
Fala aí, mano. Boa viagem.
Isso aí, mano.
Tá levando blusa?
Hã? Todo?
Não, velho.
Ela tá sem blusa.
Cê é louco. Oi.
A chave da moto que precisava tá lá no... em cima da acompanhada aqui lá.
Tá bom. Valeu.
The Smith was alive, but the key to his freedom was held by Blocky Magoo, merciless leader of the Swamp Slayers. He squatted atop the tower, croaking orders to his clan. The village would soon be a ruin, and the frog spawn would feast on the dead.
Vou matar esse cara de primeira, família. Segura. ele tá no mesmo.
The foul corpse of Blocky Magoo lay lifeless on the floor. He had croaked his last orders.
Nossa! Ah! Toma! Tranquilinho, foi tranquilo. Gostei.
Free of his chains, the smith would return to the Crimson Fort. The ranger would return to the lodge to begin to rebuild his guild. The young king thought he'd best check in on them both. Poison. Applied to any blade, it could affect enemies of any size, giving Reggie a much-needed advantage. Was there no place the grubs would not infest? Even the sewers were overrun. Any more of them in the kingdom would stink like the Froglands. The young ranger warned the king what he was about to walk into. Grubs like these were not to be underestimated.
Caramba! Ah, não tem como, né, mano? Abrir mão dessa defesa, né, cara?
The grubs were gone, and the stench was contained. More grubs in the sewers. Reggie looked forward to a day when being king didn't involve so much time in sewers. The ranger thanked Reggie for his rescue, but he still needed help. This infestation was of a size he'd never seen before.
Não tem nem como, depois que você começa a jogar no difícil, tipo, você vira um monstro, tá ligado? A gameplay, mano.
The young king hoped that was the last of them, and that the smell would wash off his armor. The village might still be smoldering in places, but that wasn't enough to stop a hardened business rat like the shopkeeper from selling his goods. The guard captain asked the young king to join him in the trial ground. There was something he needed to see. A monument to honor his father, King Rattus. He would grieve after his kingdom was safe. Crossbow of finest hardwood. A weapon fit for a king. The chef wanted the renovations to start with the kitchen, as rebuilding a fort is hungry work. Apparently, also expensive work. In the golden age of Reggie's kingdom, he would invent taxation. But for now, he needed to complete quests for the Elder Rat to put coin in the royal coffers. A scouting party of frogs, out searching for any weaknesses in the village defenses. This needed to be dealt with, and quickly. Robin had been tracking this warband of frogs for some time. They were becoming quite the team in dealing with pond scum. The scouting party had been dispatched, and the village was once again safe from the terror of frogs. For now. Battling frog scum was hungry work. If he could find more ingredients, the chef might make him a feast fit for a king. The smith must have heard from the chef that Reggie was made of gold. But his cause of rebuilding the army was necessary if the Frog clans dared return. Another bug hunt. At least these ones kept their distance. Just when Reggie thought he was done, Robin arrived to tell him he'd found another nest. The mozzie nest was packed with eggs. Robin hoped they'd survive to tell the story, as no doubt it'd be a fine one. His kingdom was being rebuilt on dead bugs. More mozzies. These ones slammed the floor with such power it made the whole room shake.
mano, faz o maior bem, cara. Tipo, o chefe, ele passa atrás da cena pra mostrar, tipo, o que tá me aguardando, sabe? Eu gosto desse detalhe. Legal.
With all the Mozzies dead, Reggie wondered where they kept coming from. The trader's wagon had lost a wheel. He promised a fine reward for a swift replacement. More grubs in the miners' basement. Big enough to keep the miners from the tools they need to work. The kingdom needed the miners to find iron to arm its soldiers with no delay.
Eu pensei que tinha matado ele. Até parei de bater.
The grubs were dead, and the miners could collect their tools. They swore to work day and night until the kingdom's iron needs were met.
Bom, rapaziada, vou ficando por aqui, vou tomar um café, vou tomar um remédio. Esse pau eu já tô voltando pra vocês, tá? Tamo junto.